Let's talk hydration. See, I carry something to drink with me every single place that I go because I am concerned about being dehydrated. It runs in the family. Everything from dry mouth, dizzy spells, fainting. It's pretty serious. And I've tried all the different types of waters and sports drinks. Let me tell you something right now. Liquid IV. That has been the most efficient at keeping me hydrated and doing so pretty quickly. Okay, Liquid IV has 5 essential vitamins and is 2 times faster at keeping you hydrated than water alone. And I'm serious, man. Everything from vitamin C to vitamins B3, B5, B6, B12. Liquid IV also is non-GMO, so it's free from gluten, dairy, soy. So for all you folks out there with food allergies, this may be right up your alley. And I know what you're thinking, but how does it taste, Duke? Well, it tastes pretty good. Okay, we're talking my favorite in pina colada. They also have tropical punch, strawberry, new flavors like sea berry and strawberry lemonade. You can enjoy this stuff, man. But don't take my word for it. I want you to stop what you're doing right now and head over to liquidiv.com. Use the promo code Duke Loves Rasslin so you get 20% off your entire order. I mean, anything that you order on liquidiv.com. So what are you waiting for? It's time for you to shop better hydration today. Use the promo code Duke Loves Rasslin over at liquidiv.com. Save yourself 20%. Stay hydrated. Most importantly, enjoy life. That's right.
Locked in.
Look at what we have here, folks.
To the only show that matters.
The cream of the crop.
Duke Loves Rasslin.
And there is no one that does it better than
your host.
I have come here to chew bubblegum and kick ass.
The Duke.
And I'm all out of bubblegum.
You know, how about you tell all of those out of shape, nothing happening humanoids out there to shut their face and open their ears, because certified Luke Kurtis is here.
Okay. Welcome back to Duke Loves Rasslin, the show about pro wrestling and everything else. And ladies and gentlemen, we have a TV star. We have a Netflix star. We have a man that has put his work in the streets, which is why he's certified. The one, the only Luke Kurtis. Welcome back, brother.
Hey, I appreciate you having me. That was a great introduction. I appreciate, the TV star, the Netflix star, OVW Star. I mean, I'm just a star.
Well, it's clear that you're a star. You know how I knew you were a star? I was talking to some fans of the show, and it was amazing how many young ladies in particular have talked about the fact that they have autographed certified Luke Kurtis photos and how they have them hung up on their walls. And I'm saying, Jesus, this guy is hung up on people's walls now. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, and that's how it should be. I mean, I think people are just finally catching on and appreciating the effort, the hard work that I put in to this business, to professional wrestling. Because honestly, at the end of the day, man, I'm out here, I'm not going to say I work harder than anybody, but, I bust my ass for professional wrestling. And it's nice to be getting a little recognition for it, and it's just really the beginning. I say it all the time that to a lot of people, it seems like the end of the road. But for me, it's just the beginning, baby. The journey just started. This is step one, let's see what step 2 is. It's probably going to be even better. That's what I would assume,
Well, certainly. I mean, we can go all the way back when you first appeared on the show. This had to have been your first podcast interview at that point, right?
Yeah, I would say so. I think you were my first podcast. Yep. You
were a guy that was just breaking into the business, and
super green,
super green, and you even had greenish blue hair to match it. But
green is goose shit for you.
Yeah. But you started dedicating yourself in the gym. You know what I mean? Because you weren't satisfied with your body at the time, and you wanted to put in the effort and show everybody before they even heard a word come out of your mouth how serious you were about being the absolute best in pro wrestling. And it's amazing to look at the photo. And I was telling you this offline. I was looking at your first photo, your first gym photo with your shirt off then. And I'm looking at you now. And it's like, damn, that dude is certified. Talk to me about that. Talk to me about that journey, especially when you think about looking at that original photo and then you look at yourself in the mirror today.
And I mean, yeah, it's really such a process, man, to get from there to where I'm at now. You know, my body has completely changed. It took time. I mean, when I first started, I was going to the gym. I was doing a lot of the things that you're supposed to do to become a professional wrestler, but you know, I didn't necessarily have like the right guidance all the time. I didn't have the best trainer in the beginning. You know, it took me a while to kind of get where I was going in my career. I ended up with Alex Porto. He taught me a lot about the business. He got me ready. He sent me up to OVW. And then when I got with Al and Doug Basham specifically, they really helped refine who I was as a professional wrestler and help everything come together. And you know, my physique is something that like I've struggled with because obviously I used to drink a lot of beer and stuff like that before I was a wrestler. So now that I'm trying to, you know, get everything back together, I finally have gotten like a grip on that. And it just took a little bit of time for me. You know, now I have a bodybuilding coach. So in the same way that I have Al Snow, who is like the old man of wrestling, I now have like an old man for bodybuilding, an old coach who knows the intricacies of what it is and how to build a physique. So, you know, my goal is honestly to have the best physique in professional wrestling. You know, this is the first time that I've actually said that, but I've already put that in my mind. I put that in my head. I want to compete in bodybuilding at a very, very high level. And I don't need to be the biggest guy in wrestling, but I am damn sure going to be one of the best looking, refined guys in the business because I've learned that it's an aesthetic business and I do aesthetics better than almost anybody. That's why when I walk into a room, if you're a wrestler, if you're a worker, you probably don't like me. But if you're a fan, you probably love me because I look fucking awesome.
Well, it's interesting because you say how you had to cut back on the drinking the beers and what have you, and we're going to get a little deeper into it in a few moments here. But that show, your show, The Wrestlers on Netflix, and I'm telling everybody right now, it is available, all episodes. Head over to Netflix as soon as you finish this conversation. You definitely want to check out The Wrestlers. If you've seen it already, go watch it again. It is fantastic. But in one of the clips, you and your lovely lady, Leila Grey, you know, the ultimate baddie there, you both were drinking water while everyone else was having beers. And I saw that. And I don't know if you even realized that made it into the clip there, but I saw that. It was right after the big show, and you guys are at the bar. I said to myself, I said, you know, that's not pretend, that's not fooling around there. This guy legitimately, and Leila as well, you folks are so dedicated to what you're doing. That's not to say you're not going to have a good time and have a drink or what have you, but you're pacing yourselves and you're making sure that you stay hydrated, especially after a big night, big matches and what have you. That's dedication, bro. That's dedication.
Yeah, and I mean that's the sacrifices that it takes if you want to be the best, and if you know, I've understood, you know, very early on that people are always going to find something to pick at with me. I believe that I'm truly exceptional, and I believe that people are going to find ways to knock me down, peg me down. So I've always tried to present perfection, and that's been a part of it. I've had to sacrifice if I want to be who I believe that I'm destined to be. I have to make a lot of sacrifices, and it started with those type of things. It started with drinking. It started with, you know, dieting, many things like that. But that's really how I start to get my life in check and become, you know, certified Luke Kurtis.
I know everyone keeps asking this question, and certainly I got to ask you directly. We need this once and for all. What does it mean to be certified?
No matter where in the world Luke Kurtis goes, the humanoids cry, "Luke Kurtis, what does it take to be certified?" I'll break it down for you. Luke Kurtis wakes up each and every day and eats a well-balanced breakfast, extra balanced. Why? Because that's certified. Luke Kurtis spends 4 hours each and every day in the gym sculpting the greatest body in OVW history. Why? Because that's certified. Luke Kurtis gets to walk this planet with the most gorgeous fiance that has ever lived. Why? Because that's certified. And you know what's not certified? Those low-life, egg-sucking, jerk-off destroyers who think they can challenge Luke Kurtis for the OVW Tag Team Championships? That's not certified. I personify what certified is. I kind of am the definition of certified. If you watch wrestlers on Netflix, which you probably already have, or you're going to, whoever's listening right now, you'll see they didn't even put Luke Kurtis because at the end of the day, I'm defined as certified. My name is certified. If you see me at a show, fans, they say, "What's up, certified?" In the locker room, the boys say, "Hey, what up, certified?" That's just who I become. In the same way that the Nature Boy, who's the Nature Boy? What is the Nature Boy? It's defined by what Flair does. That's why he's the Nature Boy. So at the end of the day, I am the personification of certified. The things I do, the way that I move, how I dress, how I talk, how I act, that's what makes me certified. What am I certified in? Professional wrestling. That's a dumb question.
I love that. Great response there. He's certified in professional wrestling. He's certified in having the most beautiful woman on the planet. He's certified of being the guy that we all aspire to be. It's fantastic, and I love that. Talk to me about this the Wrestlers Netflix series, because you're absolutely right. You were not in most of the scenes, so to speak, yet the one scene that is one of the more popular clips that's going around online is you cutting a promo for Al Snow and letting him know what it means to be certified and what your goals are in wrestling. So how can you just step in here and you got all these other folks getting all this camera time, and yet in less than a minute you're able to steal the show, so to speak?
That promo I cut on Al. I'm gonna go into detail on how this promo happened because this was kind of like an important part of my career. And it's great that they showed that in there because it was a very real moment and a lot happened after that. But the way that this happened, and this is kind of how things develop in professional wrestling and probably all forms of entertainment. But me personally, I got to OVW and I was wrestling and I had some good matches and they wanted to use me for something. I had potential. I had different gear then. I was wearing like a biker shorts. My gear was still good. I had a leather jacket. I looked cool, but a lot of wrestlers look cool. It ain't about looking cool. I wasn't a definable character. So Doug Basham, which is our coach, in the ring, mostly in the ring. Al is more of our mentor out of the ring. Doug asked me to go to the gym with him. He took me to the gym and we got a workout in. And I learned a lot about the business that day. I learned that when an old school guy asks you to go to the gym, you go to the gym with them because they usually have suggestions for your ideas that are going to help push you along. This is just how the business is. A lot of guys are probably not going to understand that because you have to just be in that situation for that to happen. But so Doug takes me to the gym, we're in there training, boom, boom. And he's like, "Hey man, certified is good, but it doesn't mean anything." He's like, "It doesn't have it's not a character. We have to make it mean something." And, I'd probably heard that before a few times, but nobody had really been able to complete the answer, which has been a theme throughout my career. A lot of guys have said, given me questions, I'll give you another example in a minute. And nobody's really been able to give me the answer until I got to OVW. Al Snow's been able to give me answers. Doug Basham has been able to give me answers. So as far as the promo and being certified, Doug said, we got to make certified mean something. So he suggests, maybe you should put on trunks. Have you ever considered wearing a robe? He said, I need you to watch promos of Flair. I need you to watch Conor McGregor. He gave me different things to do, different ways to work, different people to study. And then he said, I need you to upgrade your wardrobe. I need you to get jewelry. I need you to buy the right clothes. He said, and then when you do all this, I need you to present it to me. This is what Doug told me. So I'm in the gym working out and I'm like, all right, man, like I'm ready for any challenge because at this point, I came to OVW to grow. So I'm going to go ahead and take the opportunity to grow and listen to what my coach is saying because he's been there. He's done that. WWE superstar, former. So and the first student at OVW. So if you're going to respect anybody, it should be Doug Basham. You know, his uncle was Danny Davis. You know, they started that shit. So I went and I did my homework. I got everything together. I learned a few things in that process. I learned that I'm not Ric Flair. I learned that I'm not Conor McGregor. I learned that I'm certified Luke Kurtis. If you're going to make anything work, it has to be you. It's okay to take inspiration, but you can never take exactly what somebody is or what they do. It won't work. I can only be me. I can only be the first certified Luke Kurtis. Can't be the next Ric Flair. Can't be the next Conor McGregor. So I get everything together. I send a video to Doug with the gear on, the gimmick, the jewelry, everything. It was very beginner stages of it. And he says, okay, everything looks great, kid. He's like, I'm going to need you to go in Al's office now and cut a promo on him and tell him what being certified is all about. And I've learned so much from that, because I took that and man, that promo, I had never dressed that nice in a wrestling scenario. I've never gone to a booking dressed that nice. I was not taught that way. You know, I was not taught to be presented as a superstar. Doug told me, hey man, I believe you can do this. He said, I could tell anybody this. He said, but I believe in you. He said, you can run with this. You can make this something. So I took the suit, I put it on. I'm shitting bricks, man. Obviously, like I'm about to go in Al Snow's office. He did not know that was happening. They did not know. That is not set up. That is 100% real. And at this time in OVW, I had not won a championship yet. I was in contention for the Rush Championship with Isaiah, who's been there for a while. He's trusted veteran at OVW. They did not need to put a title on me, but I went in there. I cut that promo. I made a statement. I said, Al Snow, I should be your fucking heavyweight champion. He was like, I don't know about that. Maybe you should be the Rush champion. I was like, I'll take it. Went out there, did my business. That promo got me my first title at OVW because they were not sure. They were not sure if they were going to make me the champion. But when I went in his office and I cut that promo with confidence, and that was baby steps. Who I am now is 10 times above who I was then. But who I went into his office as, that's what he was looking for. If you see that Al smiling, you know, the way he's looking at me, it's because Al loved that. Because Al was looking for something from me. He was looking for me to present something to him that he could use to make money. And that's why he made me the champion. And then he made me the champion 4 more times after that. I'm a 5-time champion at OVW. And like a year and a half. Because Doug Basham told me to put on a suit, put on some jewelry, go in Al's office and cut a promo on him. And I've taken that advice. And whenever I've wanted something in the business, I've cut a promo, you know? I've cut promos on guys in WWE, high ups, because I've understood that nothing is given to you in this business. And if you want something, you literally have to tell them, this is what I want, and this is how I'm going to get it, and this is what it's going to do for you. And if you're able to articulate those things to the right people, you're going to make progress and you're going to go where you want to go. But that promo was just, that made me certified. That was the beginning of who I am today. And I'll forever be grateful to Doug Basham for smartening me up, because in professional wrestling, that is truly the greatest gift that anybody can give. And that's all I can say about that. Truly, truly grateful.
The clip went viral. I mean, so whether we're talking Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, you name it, the clip went viral. And I find that background story so fascinating, because that's the beginning. That's where the light bulb finally clicked, and you were able to articulate exactly who you are and what you're going to do, not only in that company, but in this wrestling industry. It's so fascinating, that real passion, real goal setting, the fact that you're telling a legend like Al Snow this, you're telling the world this. Cameras are right there. And people actually are taking to it. They're sharing it. They love it. It's really, really cool, man. That's pro wrestling right there. And more importantly, that's real life. A person that's able to take a chance and bet on themselves, and you're eating well because of it. So kudos to you, bro. So what's next? That's the big question here, because we know that there is a lot going on in OVW. We know there's a lot going on in pro wrestling in general. Where does certified Luke Kurtis go from here? You're already a TV star in OVW. You're already a reality star on Netflix. I mean, what are we going to see next?
You know, I'm dealing with a lot of those same questions. Like, what is next for certified Luke Kurtis? But what I will say is, the show's probably been out for 5 or 6 days now. Um, I've already, business has gone up for certified Luke Kurtis. I'm pretty busy throughout the rest of the year already. Almost any dates that I had available, they're getting filled up fast. So right now, I'm just kind of focused on just taking advantage of and riding the wave of Netflix, because honestly, like, no matter what I'm asked to do now, it's so much lower than anything that Netflix asked me to do. So with the success that the show is having, with the rave reviews that we're getting online, it's very far and few in between people that are saying bad things about wrestlers, whether you're a wrestling fan or a non-wrestling fan. People love the show. And I truly believe that we're going to get a season 2. And if we do, it's going to be all about putting out the best product that we can, again, for Netflix. And this Thursday is massive for us at OVW. We're expecting a sold out show. My priority is OVW right now, and I'm going to keep it that way because I've made the most progress with OVW here at OVW. I'm really just open to whatever opportunities come, honestly. And like I said, I'm in bodybuilding now, so I have a bodybuilding coach. So I found a passion I love almost as much as wrestling. I truly love, building my physique. This is another path that I'm going to be working on. I believe this is going to make me a lot of money in combination with what I'm doing now. And I want to get into acting, improv classes, things of that nature. They have a lot of stuff out here in Louisville for that. So I make so much progress here. I have my wrestling coach. I have my bodybuilding coach. I'm sure I'm going to end up having an acting coach out here. It's all I know is that my name and my value will continue to rise as I continue to put in effort. And right now it's out here, a part of what I'm doing. I'm locked into my system. Any other ways I can add into that? Like I said, the improv into what I already do, but I'm very locked into a routine. I train, I work out, I wrestle shows, I go to the gym, and everything else just is kind of fluid in there. Anything else I can throw in there to help raise my value, I'm going to do. But I'm so excited after watching the first season of Netflix. I really, really, really want a second season. Obviously, wouldn't we all? But I'm also like very invested in the weekly television at OVW and holding that down and making that great. So if we can make that great, hopefully OVW can get some type of a television deal, in the future. So that's the type of stuff that we're pushing for. We're looking to build a company. We built a house. When I got to OVW, there was less than 100 people coming to the shows. Like, that's just a fact. Yeah, they'd have some good shows, some big shows, but I was there when there was less than 100 people. There was 70 people, 80 people, 90 people, 100, 120, 130, 140, 150. Watch the big one, 400. You know what I mean? So if we can build up this house, I love these fans. I love this city out here. These people. I learned at OVW that wrestling is for the fans. So these people, they spend their hard-earned money to come to OVW every single Thursday to watch us perform. And that, honest to God, it means the world to me. Like Gracie on Netflix, she's like the most popular thing on the show. We see Gracie every week. And, Joe and I, my tag partner, which we're the tag champs, are in the scene leading up to Gracie's introduction. And if you just knew how family we all really are, the fans, the wrestlers, we built that, and OVW built that over the past 30 years. So to be a part of all that and to hopefully watch it grow is going to be, I know it's going to be extremely, extremely fulfilling in combination with the other things that I'm doing. I just see superstardom in my future.
You proposed to the incredible, the ultimate baddie, the goddess, Leila Grey, and she actually said yes.
I I take very, very calculated risks. So I'm always, I had a pretty good feeling she was gonna say yes, or I don't think I would have done it.
So did you get a lot of heat for that? Because you guys have been dating, for years, but you kind of officially took her off the market now. Like the market is closed. It's over. You know what I mean? We're not open for business anymore in any way, shape, or form. It's not possible. Are you getting a lot of heat for that?
Not as much as you would think. I mean, I try to be pretty nice to most people, but anybody that wants heat with me, I mean, you don't want heat with me, brother. I'm one of the nastiest heels in the business. Why would you want heat with me? I rake you in public, spit on you, throw you in the wall, hit you with an egg or something, knock your food out of your hand. You don't want to mess with me, bro. I'm a heel. That guy. Not nice.
Well, listen, certified Luke Kurtis, for anybody who wants to continue to follow your journey, what is the best way that they can keep up with you, especially as we continue to push to convince Netflix, we want season 2 of The Wrestlers. We want to see what happens next. And more important, or just as important at least, we want more certified Luke Kurtis and Leila Grey.
Oh,
so what's the best way to keep up with you?
We believe that will happen in the future. So obviously social media, you can hit me on Instagram. It's certified Luke Kurtis, all one word. That's Curtis with a K. Twitter, we couldn't make it match. The letters didn't fit. So it's _Luke Kurtis, Curtis with a K. So Twitter and Instagram is the best way to follow me. Go on YouTube. You can watch my matches. Just type in certified Luke Kurtis. You can just Google certified wrestler and I'm going to pop up because I'm certified wrestler. So, I mean, those are the best ways to follow me, or watch Netflix. Catch me on Wrestlers season 1, season 2 coming, baby. Hopefully. But, or every Thursday, Fight TV, OVW Live. Every single week I'm out there doing something, man. Either wrestling, promoing. It's a great show. Support us. We'd really appreciate that. Yeah, those are definitely the best ways to follow me. So Instagram, Twitter, OVW Live, and YouTube. This is Certified Luke Kurtis, telling all of you brothers and sisters from far and wide, the Duke Loves Rasslin podcast is officially certified.
This is Tony Schiavone, and we're desperately out of time on Duke Loves Rasslin.